Do you wonder at the end of every month where your money has been going into? Or sometimes you can't even get enough money to do anything significant in your life? It might be a budgeting problem. A budget is telling your money where it should go instead of wondering where it went, says Dave Ramsey. And before you think of anything else, budgeting is for everybody. The rich, the poor, the middle class, anyone and everyone can use a budget. And no, budgeting is not old school, and budgeting will not restrict you on how to use your money. And so I want you to sit down, relax, and let me take you through how to budget, when you should budget, and why you should budget. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, the name is Truus. Please subscribe to the channel, like it, and share with your friends. Let's get straight into how to budget. Our first budgeting method is called the balanced method, which is also known as the 50-20-30 rule. So with this, it says that if you have an amount of money, or let's say you receive an amount of money, 50% of that money goes into your needs, which is your rent, your utilities. Needs, basically the things you need on day-to-day activities. 20% goes into your savings, so retirement savings, probably use it to pay part of your debt, emergency funds, investment. The 20% covers this, and then the 30% is for your wants. So you want a bag, you want a special dress, you want to go out with your friends, the 30% considers this. And they usually advise that most of the time 50% of your salary, let's say you earn 1,000 cedis at the end of the month, so that means that you'll be using 500 cedis for your needs, 200 cedis for savings and investments, and 300 cedis for your wants. And sometimes, because most of us are not used to the habit of saving, when things get tough, instead of going to our wants, which is the 30%, to pick money there to come and add to the 50%, we rather move straight to the savings. And so this budgeting method ensures that we stay within these portions, ensure that your needs are fit into the 50%, you save 20%, and you spend 30% on your wants. Our second method of budgeting is called the cash only budgeting, which is also known as the envelope method of budgeting. So this one is very easy, and this is how it goes. So let's say you earn 100 cedis, you pick out all the money from your accounts, which is cash, and then you label different types of envelopes. So you have an envelope with rent, an envelope with food, an envelope with transportation, an envelope with bills, and you allocate amounts of money into each of these envelopes. So let's say 200 cedis for rent every month, 500 cedis for food every month, 100 cedis for transportation, 200 cedis for bills, and you put in each of these envelopes. And this is how you go about it. You keep the cash, in your room, wherever you stay, and when you need to pay for transportation, go to the transportation envelope, pick out money, and go and pay it. And as time goes, if an envelope gets empty, that means that you don't have money in that category again. So this one is, I like it. I used to use it a lot, so it's also another way of budgeting. And this method of budgeting is for people who overspend. And the benefits of this budgeting method is that once the cash is finished inside the envelope, the money is finished. So, that's the end of that aspect until the next month. So it's for those who have a problem with overspending. Try this envelope method of budgeting and you will enjoy it. A third method of budgeting is called the zero-based budgeting. So this says that you should give every dollar use or every CD you have. So let's say you earn 1,000 CDs at the end of the month. Ensure that every CD is accounted for. It's not like the other types of budget which just says 50% for needs, 20% for that, which you can decide when and how to use it. With this zero-based budgeting, every dollar is being accounted for. So I'm using 1 CD this month to do exactly this and that and that. The problem with this budgeting is that if you don't have time, you can't do it. And I also think with the way inflation is happening, it's going to be difficult to be able to practice this type of budgeting method. If you budget that you're using 1 CD to buy water and in 2 days' time the price increases, where are you going to get money to come and add for this? Anyways, there are people who budget with this type of budgeting, because it also helps you to micromanage your money. You know every CD, where it is going into, how to spend it, and where to spend it. So you can try it out as well. The fourth method of budgeting is called the 60% solution. So this method of budgeting uses percentages to manage your money. It says that use 60% of your income for committed expenses, those that are recurrent. So your fuel, your food, your mortgage, your rents, all those things, 60% to that. And the remaining 40%, you use 10% as your retirement. And don't think because you are 20 years or you are 30 years, you are so far from retirement. No. When as someone who has retired, and they'll tell you the years flew so fast, they didn't know where they kept their money. So it says they use 10% for retirement. Use the next 10% for long-term savings. Let's say you want to do something. Let's say you want to build a house, so you keep saving towards it. It might take like 5 years or more, or even up to 25 years. So you put 10% of your income into long-term savings. You put another 10% into short-term savings. Let's say you want to buy a car within a short period of time. You save towards that. And the last 10% is fund money. So use the 10% for whatever you like to do with that money. Go out and chill with your friends. Use it to buy something you like or enjoy. So you can also practice this 60% solution. 60% for committed expenses and 40% into different categories, which will also help you. Our fifth method of budgeting is called the no budget budget. So this is mostly for people who don't like budgets. So this is what they do. Let's say they earn 1,000 cedis at the end of the month. They automate their savings. So they want to save 100 cedis. They just make sure that they automate it, and before the money lands in their accounts, the 100 cedis is going somewhere else. They automate their bills. They pay electricity, water, all those things online. And the rest of the money in their accounts, they keep spending it, keep checking their accounts until all the money is gone. Well, it's good for people who don't like budgets and think budgets restrict them. So ensure you automate the essential things in your life, and whatever is left in your account, you spend it. A problem with this budget is if you are someone who overspends, well, you can spend the rest of the money in your accounts by like 15th day of the month, and you still have an extra 2 weeks to go to. And also with this type of budgeting, if like in case of emergency, where you have an emergency, and since you don't really have a budget, you have spent all your money, you also be in trouble. But this is for people who don't like budgets. Just make sure you automate essential things. Automate your savings, automate your bills, and you're good to go. So you can practice the no budget budgets. Our sixth budgeting method is called the value-based budgeting. So this type of budgeting method is usually for people with higher incomes. So they decide to spend their money on what they value. So they put money aside for vacation, for buying the latest iPhone, or things that are of value to them. And it should be noted that it's for people who are already frugal with their finances. They are very disciplined in how they spend their money, and so they put money aside for these things that they value. It's not recommended for someone who overspends and is not very disciplined with their money, because you can use all your money, travel to Mauritius to go and enjoy all the vacation, and come back being broke. Anyways, so which of these budgeting methods do you practice? Let me know in the comment section. And which of them do you want to adopt as you have learned these 6 budgeting methods? Let me know in the comment section as well. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this video with your friends. Budgeting is very important. It's been said that it's one of the easiest ways to save money, because you exactly know where your money is going into, and you deliberately put money aside, for savings, for your future. So it's very, very important to budget. If you don't budget, I would advise that you start budgeting your money to know exactly where your money is going into, and direct the way your money should flow, where it should go, not wondering at the end of the month where your money has been going into. Thank you so much again. I have so many videos. I have a video on how to save more money in these times. I have so many videos from books that are on financial literacy. So do check them out, and I'll link them at the end of this video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Share with your friends, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next videos. Stay safe. Bye bye.